Hi Wilma, this is your feedback on your course shell. One thing I noticed in your course shell is that you have different fonts. So I see you have Times New Roman here, and then this looks like maybe, I don't know, Arial or Toma or one of those kind of Verdana. So it's important to have consistent fonts, and this is totally not your fault because I know that the headings in Moodle have some different font settings, but it's something to think about. See how it says Times New Roman right here. Times New Roman is not a recommended font for online text, and that's because it's what they call a serif font or serif font, and it just is harder to read. We like you to stick with Tahoma or Arial or even Trebuchet, which is a font we used to use in these classes, just because those fonts are cleaner, easier to read online. So also I know that the Moodle has got the default section header font set to Times New Roman, and I've been asking them to change that, and so far they haven't. So what I do is I always simply put my section headings here, and that way I can control the font, so it's not Times New Roman. So something to think about. I always find that heading 1 is kind of big, so I usually use heading 2. And now that this thing is totally going wacky here, so pardon me for changing your font, but I do think, see, if you just look at this and look at that, it might seem picky, but actually I personally feel it's important to have a nice clean sans serif font whenever I'm working online for students to read. Okay, so alright, so other than that, I see that I'm not seeing any, I see one book, so let's take a look. So you've got one book here with 3 pages, and it looks very nice. However, I did ask for at least 3 books, so I don't know if you want to go back in and add a couple more books. It's good practice making books. And then each section is supposed to have a heading and some explanatory text, so it'd be great if there was a heading and text. I'm trying to get teachers to not simply put links to information in their course, but to actually put some information on the front page for students to see right away when they are logged into the course. So like for example, if this was your content for the week, I would like to see a heading and an explanation up here of what the content for the week is, and maybe the goals for the week. I usually put goals in for each week. Helps students to keep on track. And then so other than that, I'm not sure if you have a Voki in here or a YouTube video, so it's kind of hard for me to find these things if you don't label them. And so this is more like a pedagogical thing, but if I had a question like this, I would probably give the students some resources in that also that they could look at and use to start thinking about critical thinking. So I'm not seeing any graphics, but I know you had some graphics in your book, and looks like you have some videos here, so that's good. And so other than that, the main thing I would like to see in this course is some text in these blocks that explain what each block is about, because otherwise as a student I don't know. And so that's really basic sort of one-on-one when it comes to course formatting. Okay, so I don't know if you want to do any more changes, let me know. And otherwise your course is looking great. I'm really proud of you. You've got a lot of stuff together here in a very short period of time, so congratulations.